Now, Lafarge Africa's Chief Financial Officer, Bruno Bayet, says he expects 2018 to bring growth after a year of restructuring. The African division of the Franco-Swiss group, Lafarge Holcim, reported a loss after tax of 34.6 billion naira for the full year of 2017. Bruno Bayet joins me now to break down the numbers. Thank you so much for joining us on the show this morning.
Good morning.
Pretty interesting figures we're seeing here. You recorded net sales of about, 299 billion naira, a 36% growth recorded compared to what you had in 2016. But then we're seeing this loss of about 34.6 billion naira at the end of 2017. Care to explain what played out behind these figures?
Sure. First of all, I'd like to stress on the operating and the profitability of the company. Indeed, we have recorded an improvement in our revenue by 36%, despite the fact that the market dropped by 18%. So total cement market dropped by 18%. Despite that, we managed to, our volume dropped by actually less than the market. So we've improved in terms of market share. After that, we benefit from price improvements overall, whether it's Nigeria or South Africa. And from our operating profits, or EBITDA, we actually multiply by 2 our performance compared to 2016. So we ended at 58 billion naira EBITDA compared to last year of 27. Now looking specifically at Nigeria, Nigeria performance improved also significantly. With we multiply EBITDA by 2.5 times. Where it's a bit disappointing is on South Africa, which has been affected by production problems. Now there is a new team that has been a new management that has been put in place to do the same thing as what we did in Nigeria with a turnaround plan. So new management, turnaround plan, and we should expect South Africa to improve. Now, we had to consider also part of our overall restructuring, some impairments. We have recorded about 20 billion of impairment, 15 in Nigeria, one of them related to road in Calabar and a preheater in Ashaka. Those are old investment in projects, and we had to go through a thorough analysis of those investments and have considered that this year we had to impair them. For the road in Calabar, we have invested 12.4 billion on this road, and assessing the additional investments required to finalize the road, we have decided to temporarily suspend the works until we have further evaluation.
What's the major challenge with that? Because I know two projects really stand out. That particular project and, of course, what played out in South Africa as well. Just give us more details about the challenge with that particular project.
Well, the road was actually a shortcut to be able to evacuate our cement from Calabar plant and to avoid to go through Calabar. So it was a shortest way, but it was made in a swampy area, making it extremely difficult to build a road. So we are now assessing all other options to invest in improve the road conditions in Calabar. So it's not that we will not invest in road improvements. Rather, this project is currently suspended until we have further options.
Now, let's shed more light on operations, really, in 2017. Talking about operations, tell me more about your energy optimization plan in 2017, and how did that perform, and did you get the same results across the country?
The performance that we have achieved in terms of energy has been very successful, and we are very pleased with the investment that we did in terms of alternative fuel or coal for all our plants. Ashaka is already running with coal, but we have the plants in the west, or in Ewekoro and Chagamu, running with alternative fuel, and we have very high success with alternative fuel. And we use biomass, tires, waste.
But that's clearly in the west. Was that the same story in the north?
In the north, we are using mainly petcoke, so not petcoke, but coal. And we have our own coal mine, and we operate our own coal mine, and we substitute energy with coal in the north. And for the east, the plant is already using gas, and we don't have issues with gas, even though we'd like to progressively introduce alternative fuels as well. as a way also to develop the economy and the community in the local area.
I want to hear more about the restructuring that took place in Nigeria and what is playing out differently in South Africa at the moment. What are you trying to correct in both situations?
Okay, South Africa, it's indeed we have lost production and lost volume, and this is why there's now a new team. There's a new CEO, new CFO, and a new executive team. They are doing the same thing as what we did here in Nigeria, and they are restructuring, turning around the company, focusing on the maintenance to be able to deliver the volume to the market, and this will improve our performance, combined with a more favorable environment in South Africa for 2018. So we expect significant improvement coming from South Africa. In Nigeria, we have finalized the corporate restructuring. We did the delisting and the restructuring of Ashaka, who is now fully owned by Lafarge Africa. We did the merger of Unicem and Atlas into Lafarge Africa, and we did the rights issue to reduce the level of our debt and our foreign debt exposure. And that rights issue has been successful, 100% subscribed, and completed in March this year.
Interesting. Now, in a nutshell, can you just give us your outlook for 2018?
We are confident that we will see growth in 2018.
What's driving this confidence?
Well, we see the first few months of the year. The Q1 is usually what we call the peak season before we enter into the rainy season. The first statistics or outlook are positive, so we've seen improvement compared to last year for the first few months of the year. So that gives us confidence. Also, it's based on stability of the economy and expected growth of the overall Nigerian economy. Experts are giving 2% to 2.5% growth for Nigeria in 2018. That gives us the confidence.
Your fingers crossed on that. Thank you so much. Bruno Bayet, Chief Financial Officer, Lafarge Africa.